What's going on everyone, Miles here, and I wanted to introduce you to the Boondocker 14-gallon water tank from Trailed. The Boondocker is going to be the perfect choice for those of you who have removed your spare tire from the factory location underneath your truck and are looking for onboard water. The Boondocker can be used as is, just filled with a garden hose through the inlet side, but with the inlet and outlet side on the Boondocker, you can adapt your own onboard water system with this. So stay tuned because I am going to be doing a water system on the 80 series using the Boondocker 14-gallon tank. I'm laying everything out. So we got the tank, the 3/4 MPT fitting to a 1-inch barb, and that's pinched onto the 1-inch tubing. I think I'm gonna go with a different tubing though, because this is way too soft. But the fill side, I think the fill side's like a 1 3/4, or maybe 1 1/4. But I had to shove it on there. But with this fill system, it's gonna allow me to just dump water in there. I bought the adapter for the garden hose. So it just shoves in just like that. It's like you're filling a gas tank. So while I'm filling, it's gonna be able to vent through there. And then there is the mesh vent hole right here. That's gonna go to a 1/2-inch barb that I'm probably gonna install right here with a 1/2-inch tubing here. What else do we have? This is the outlet side, 3/4 inch NPT to a 1/2-inch barb. The shower side, which is going to be a quick connect. The C-Flow pump. Again, this is the 3-gallon. What else do I have? A bunch of different hose clamps, different sizes. So yeah, I'm just piecing everything together now, but the most difficult part about this was figuring out how I'm going to do the inlet side, which is basically a fresh water tank design from what you see from the RVs and stuff, the campers. This is pretty much the system that they do. So I'm starting with drilling a hole for ventilation. A ventilation system is going to be required when using a pump, so that way the pump can flow the water out of the tank better. And obviously you want to choose a location for the ventilation system that's somewhere on top of the tank. And now mounting the Boondocker to your truck is just as easy as throwing on your spare tire. There are 3 different sizes for mounting rings. I'm using a large for the Land Cruiser. Installation does not require 2 people, but since I had my buddy here, I just had him guide the tank as it was coming up. So now I'm just test fitting the inlet side. I ended up choosing the passenger rear bumper cap for a discrete location. Obviously the location of your inlet and outlet is going to be up to you. I ended up choosing to use the fender liner of the rear driver's side for my outlet. So moving on to powering the 12-volt pump, here I'm just going to be using a cigarette lighter with a switch, and I plan to using a product like maybe the Kick-Ass Products battery box here, and the cigarette lighter is going to allow me to quick disconnect it because I do plan to be able to remove that battery box when I need to. When plugged into my Jackery, it's showing that I'm pulling 21 watts. Now the way I mounted the pump is going to be specific to 80 series Land Cruisers. Hell, it might even be specific to 1991 and 92 models, but I'm replacing the little bolts that mount the pump to the rubber isolator with longer ones because there were 2 existing holes here on the spare tire location that line up almost perfectly with the pump, So all I had to do was drill them out a little bit and the pump fits perfectly. And I'm bringing the wires from the pump through the access hatch here in the rear of the Land Cruiser and then coming up from this little drain port. So now that the pump is mounted, we can go ahead and mount the tank back up to the location. With one person installation, you'll need to stop every so often and readjust as you raise it. So here's a look at the inlet side. Again, I'm gonna have to use some different tubing because this tubing that I bought off of Amazon is way too soft and it's kinking right there. Water still flows perfectly through it. And on this side as well is the ventilation tubing. And now here's a look from the top side of the tank, seeing how everything is looking with everything mounted up. This is the tubing for the ventilation coming around over to the inlet side, and the 1/2-inch tubing coming over to the outlet side. So to fill the tank, I'm going to be using this garden hose adapter. Simply screw it onto the end of a garden hose and simply insert it into the inlet side. It's leaking water here because I hadn't fully tightened down all the clamps for the hoses just yet. And this pump is extremely quiet. And now simply attach the Quick Connect shower sprayer. And now we have pressurized portable water. One of the hoses pops off here because again I hadn't fully tightened down the clamps. You can see here how nice and tight the tank sits up against the frame. And so that's it. Now you have 14 gallons of pressurized water with you at camp. Needless to say, this is a luxury to have pressurized water with you at camp, but the fact that you can bring it with you everywhere you go now, it's become a convenience. I mean, pressurized water is something that we take for granted, and it truly is nice to have at camp. When I first heard about this water tank that fits into your spare tire location, the prepper in me just started screaming yes. So thanks again, Trailed, for letting me try out your tank. Leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.